first have an idea of a song, where do you start?
It really depends on whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Sometimes it's lyrics, sometimes it's melody, sometimes I'm at the piano and I figure something out and inspiration just comes to me. It's really random and really unorganized, and I wish I was one of those people who always had that set of like, okay, lyrics come first, or guitar comes first and then I'll write something on top of it. But it is so random, and it's very much an in the moment kind of thing. It's like if I'm at a coffee shop or something and lyrics come to me, I'll either grab my voice memo and record into that, or I'll write them down, or like same thing, vice versa with guitar or piano.
Okay. You released your first single, Fairy Tales, in 2021, and your most recent single, You, in 2022. What makes each song different, and what growth do you think you have over the year?
Fairy Tales was my first song, yes, that I ever put out. So I think there's like a very much an innocence that comes with that. It was the first song that I ever completely put together, like track and all, vocals, everything, on my computer. And I feel like that accomplishment was something I needed to share. And then with You, the perfectionism definitely came in. And as much as I like the song, there's so much that I wish I could change, and there's so much that I can see myself doing differently. So I think there's like a balance of how I like it and how I don't now, and it's definitely weird. But what was the end of that question?
What growth do you think you have over the year? So what growth have you made over that year?
Oh, I think I've made a lot of growth. I think now with my music, I know exactly what I want, and that's why I'm kind of like pumping the brakes a little bit on putting some things out so I can fully achieve that goal and put out like a consistent sound. But I think like even the songs I have out aren't lyrically my best, but like when I write songs and those songs that are lyrically just excellent, I want to share those so bad. But I think there's been so much growth with the way that I hear music and the way that I listen to music and how it moves me and how I want to implement that into like my new music now. Like You, I don't think that would be like a great way to describe everything that I just said, but the new music that is coming in the future, definitely I would say that is a great way of showing my growth.
Okay. You're a student from Emerson College. Is making music something that you want to pursue professionally, or is it just a hobby?
Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to do music professionally. But it's one of those things that brings you such joy, and you don't find it like a job. You don't really see it as a job. So I think in that way it has those like hobby traits, but I can't give up on that childhood dream of doing it professionally. I just think it's so close, and like I'm achieving my dream by like putting music out and doing all of that. So I'm just at the point where I need to step up on the pedestal and take that responsibility and really just go for it and gun it.
Who or what in your life is your biggest inspiration, aside from the popular artists that inspired you?
Oh, for inspiration, everything. I know that sounds like super cliche, but everything. Everything from my family to my friends. Like if I see a flower on the ground, if like I'm at a coffee shop and someone walks by me or looks at me a certain way, that's when like the hopeless romantic takes over and the ushy gushy songs come out. But anything and everything really gives me inspiration. It's again, like I talked about with those songs, it's so random when inspiration comes, but when it comes, you can't deny it, and it's something you just have to roll along with.
Okay. In the future, are you considering releasing an album or an EP?
Yeah, yeah. So funny story. I was gonna release an album or EP. I was discussing it, and it was gonna be over the summer. But due to me not feeling comfortable with the sound I have out and not feeling comfortable with what I'm really putting out in general and the music that I'm kind of like in the works, kind of like figuring out what I want to do with, I just keep going back to this isn't what I want, this isn't what I want. So I'm just taking a break for now until I can find that sound and then confidently put out my music and say, yes, that's exactly what what I want. I want to be able to listen to my own songs like in my car. And there are only, out of the 4 songs I have out, I only like listen to one of them, which is Jester. I love Jester. I love Jester so much. But I just think I want that consistent sound, something that I can truly get behind and believe in. But I'm just not there, and I want to take that time so I can get there. But once I get there, I'm gonna be having some fun.